Hello YouTube, how's it going? If I sound a little bit different, I got a little scratchy throat deal and a cough. So, today, gonna be going over Justice League number 42, Darksied Wars Part 2. Some things happened, guys. Some things happened. Some really cool things. Like, this whole book, for me, it was alright, and then the end happened, and I was like, I don't want to wait for the next issue. So, it opens up with, last time Lex Luthor got shot by his sister, who I'm not even sure who she is, because I wasn't reading Justice League before the Darksied Wars began. So I was kind of confused about that, but it seems like she was working for Darkseid. So she shoots Lex. Superman is cauterizing Lex's wound. And Lex is like, where are we? And Superman's like, we're on Apocalypse. And then it cuts over to Apocalypse being given information or of the sort by his two of his underlings, and the one underling's like, I will kill Superman for you. And Darkseid's like, I don't want his body, I want his soul. It's a really menacing panel of Darkseid, like, saying that. Like that would be terrifying. Like, if he was talking about, like, you, scary as hell. So he's just like, Darkseid's like, I don't really care that Superman's here. Like, I want him dead, but we have something else to deal with. He's like, gather everyone, we're going to Earth. We're fighting the Anti-Monitor. And cuts back to, where the Anti-Monitor has just shown up on Earth. And the Justice League is, like, pretty much all devastated. And they're like, Wonder Woman's like, alright, Steve, get everyone out of here. He's like, already done. And she's like, well, alright then. We're gonna fight. And he goes and fights the Wonder Woman goes to fight the Darkseid daughter. And the Anti-Monitor steps in. And then Wonder Woman's like, it's really awesome. I love the art for this. She looks truly terrified. She realizes that she can't beat this guy. She's like, what are you? And he goes, I am desperate. He's desperate. Because, the Anti-Monitor wants to not be the Anti-Monitor anymore. And then Metron shows up, which apparently he's actually alive. I thought he was dead, which would have made this a little bit more interesting if, like, Metron wasn't able to interfere, but Metron's alive, steps in, has a little back and forth with the Justice League, and then takes him away. Just booms him out of there. Then it cuts over to Mr. Miracle with the Myron Black, who the other assassins for Darkseid were looking for. And she takes him to her, like, little sanctuary thing, which is filled with a bunch of really cool, nifty artifacts. And then she tells him what her plan is. And he's like, that's crazy, because her plan is to bring Darkseid to Earth and have the war happen on Earth. And Mr. Miracle's like, that'll kill everybody. And she's like, well, it'll be okay because Darkseid will be dead at the end. And he's like, no. And she's like, oh, you don't agree with me? Well, I'm killing you. So he escapes. And then we cut to the Justice League, who was just teleported by Metron to Shazam's hideout, actually. Like, the Rocks of Eternity can shield them from what happened. Or, like, shield them from... not what happened. Shield them from the sensors and stuff. And then they're like, alright, so tell us everything. And Green Lantern's like, well, you can't trust this guy. And Metron's like, hey, I didn't have anything to do with the New Gods attacking Oa. I was just there to observe. I was only looking. And Wonder Woman's like, well, you're going to tell me things. So she throws the lasso of truth around him. And she's like, how do we get the information out of you? And he's like, begrudgingly, you have to take the chair. And then he falls off the chair, and he's like, hey, the chair's getting ready to go away because I'm not in it. And then Batman jumps into the chair, and Batman starts seeing things. And Batman goes, who killed my parents? Joe Chill. Which I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, I guess in this continuity, Batman hadn't figured that out yet, but now he knows, and he goes, what's the Joker's name? And he's like, no, that's impossible. And I'm like, that's not cool, because now, like, now Batman knows who the Joker is. But we're not gonna know. And they're like, but then everyone's like, Batman, are you okay? What's going on? And Batman's like, of course, I'm great. I'm a god now. So now I'm like, the next issue is The Bat God. And now I'm like, I really want that to come out. And I really like this issue. I just have the issue with Batman finds out who the Joker is, but they're not going to tell us. Like, that's not cool. I want to know who he is. But that was Darksied War Part 2. There's a decent gap between this one and the last one. But, so, Batman is now a god. And I guess we'll find out what happens in the next issue. So, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And I will catch you guys later. Peace.